while I was watching the news, a particular general retired general whose name I have forgotten, was talking to Maokbe, and he kept saying that the problem of Nigeria is not even people coming outside Nigeria. A retired general who had served in top and high position of the security affairs in Nigeria. He said so, that people are not coming from anywhere to terrorize us, and the security chiefs know. And a retired general just a few weeks ago made similar statements. Why would you say that? And of course, you cannot even tell Nigerians not to believe, because it is crystal clear. Go on TikTok every day, go on in the internet every day. You see soldiers complaining how their welfare is not being taken care of. How the coas or the chief of defense staff would send a mudo of gari to 9 people to eat in a month, and you tell me that these are people who want to win a war against insecurity? The answer is no.
Go back in time. Do you remember that a former Nigerian president was attacked by terrorists? Unprecedented, never in the history of Nigeria did that happen. Do you also remember that I made a passing statement on that in 2022, which, as usual, people didn't take seriously? Why did some young men in the forest in the northeast, what business do they have? When Nigerian leaders leave, they are liked, they are loved, they are forgiven all their errors and everything. This one, they followed and tried to kill him. Why did that happen? What happened in all the donations leading up to 2015? Why decide to come back and run in 2015 after crying and telling the whole world you're no longer convinced? What was the link with North Africa? What was the link with Muammar Gaddafi?
The Chief of Army Staff should watch. Don't let any military plane carry soldiers, right? Precisely 28th of October. 28th of October is not a good day for military jets, even to strike bandits, or you put them together and say they are flying from one place, especially the top military brass. Don't allow this. So it's a warning, because that will be a suicide for the nation. The plane will crash. October 28th is not good for military plane to fly. Carry military, top brass, to any place. You may take it, you may not take it, but see what will happen then. Don't do it. Likewise, this is going to be an honor to military who are in the battle war. I said they will win. But the fact is this: take care of all this border matter. Let security increase in our borders. Borders we have in Benin, in Cameroon, in whatever. Let them watch on this. Let them watch on this. And the top Boko Haram commander will be arrested. Will be arrested. Top one. And some of them who are sponsoring them, they will be exposed. But when they are exposed, mention their names. Mention their names. Don't take. Don't wait. Mention their names.
If their official position is to be compensating bandits, paying bandits, then we don't have a nation.
So your inference tonight is that whatever Malam Nasir Rufai has said in that respect, which we played back,
yes,
if it's not true, the government of the day should be taken more seriously.
Yes, and so long as it passes by with the so-called, what you call, reaction of the answer, then it is true. And I tend to agree that it could be true.
But if for example, I was going to ask
before this one, another 8-year, almost 8-year governor of Borno State said that there are informants of terrorists in the Nigerian military and among Nigerian politicians, and it is official. You have the evidence. Before then, there was another politician who again said that bandits and terrorists were brought into Nigeria pre-2015 election. These are even small ones. Do you remember? Now, what I'm about to say and my arguments are that insecurity is part of APC. Shehu, I'm in so much pain. Believe me. Nigeria is a great country, should be a great country, and we have people destroying us by the hour. Insecurity has been part of APC's game. And Nasiru is saying it, and I think he's right. The government has been paying them.
Well, you don't
Last year, this time, I have facts.
No, the government has said no, they are not paying them.
They are paying them because the reaction of ONSA is not disputing what Nasiru has said.
You are inferring that the NSA should arrest Nasiru
I'm not interested.
or collect his statement. But if that happens, there are those in opposition that will say they are going after opposition voices.
There are more ways to counter such a position. I told you about 2015. You see, going after a former Nigerian president, trying to kill him. What does that tell you? Something. Before that, what had happened? After Jonathan won in the Supreme Court, they called for dialogue, and those young men nominated a former Nigerian president who took 3 days to repudiate. After those 3 days, go and plot the graph. You will see that between 2012 to 2014, the spikes of attacks around those villages in the northeast skyrocketed because hunger, lack of medicine. Why? Because somebody had stopped sending the recurrent expenses of those people who used to come all the way to Kaduna, collect and then go back. And that's how the cycle went. In protest as to why did you call that name, they couldn't bear it anymore and felt by 2014 the best thing was to go and attempt. It failed. We're lucky. They got Jonathan scared. He thought that, if they kill this man, Nigeria will burn. They provided him with additional cars, more money, and it was all about money. It was all about collecting money. The truth is that somebody had gone to North Africa, negotiated with Gaddafi, who is was an international terrorist, all over the world, from the far west to the far east, said, I will help you, like I've been doing. I heard there are some young men. There are plans to kill Gaddafi, not in a palace coup, but through uprising. If it fails and you become president, I will retire to your country if you become president. If it doesn't fail, right now, he wanted to create a buffer. So he sent Saif al-Islam, go on YouTube and find out, to Niger with money, cash, millions of dollars in his boot, to recruit Tuaregs to go and fight in Libya. Sent his former general to Mali, why you still have insecurity in Mali. In Nigeria, they give crazy amount of money to that gentleman. Go and help these people with the intention of bringing them to fight in Libya. When Gaddafi died, they sat on the money. They kept on with the recurrent until after mentioning the name, and then they stopped sending the money. They became, now all these things are linked. They wanted Nigeria to burn if Buhari did not become president in 2015. I contested alongside Buhari for Senate. I contested for Senate in 2011. You have it on YouTube. He said, blood, soaked in blood, the baboon and ever since he made that comment, I refused to go and campaign with Buhari. Refused completely. It didn't matter if I lost the Senate seat. I won it eventually. insecurity, look, for a former president to say, you soak in blood, and then there was, Kaduna is my state, there was serious violence in Kaduna. Many houses were burnt. Emia's houses in Ongwansariki, Demna Abba had their houses burnt and all that, simply because of a statement. They went and brought in people from those neighboring places in readiness to remove Jonathan by all means. So the desperation of people to get Jonathan out of power has built up and added to what we call insecurity in Nigeria today.
So you're inferring that all what you have seen over the last few years as insecurity is orchestrated?
Of course.
And it's political?
Of course. Last year around this time.
This narrative.
Last year around this time. Whatever I tell you, I'll try to give you evidence. Last year around this time, we were just negotiating the release of our own nephew. And when he came out, what he said is not much different from what Nasiru El-Rufai said. They complained that, and this young man is alive. He could come here tomorrow and you interview him. He's alive now in Zaria. He's alive. That, look, they are not making much money relying on these handouts from government. Each time they go out to operate, they make more money, like $3 in their hand. We kept negotiating. He's alive and he can come to this and sit with you, Shehu Akimbaloyi, and you interview him. This is a fact. But my grudge with Nasiru's statements is that he was part and parcel of APC from 2013. Like he told you, he was one of the architects of it all. All of a sudden, to come and absolve himself and call others. No, Nasiru is part and parcel of all that has been going on. We suffered, we are victims of Nasiru's misrule in Zaria. Go back December 2015, when a war was supposed to have been won in the Northeast. What business, what military and strategic business did an army chief have to come to Zaria for a convocation, not of NDA, graduation of recruits, privates, choosing to follow the route where the Shiites were holding? All these things were orchestrated. They knew the exact hour, the exact minute that he was coming to pass, because they had the technology. And 800 people were killed because they wanted to raise down the temple that was built. These things were carefully doctored and orchestrated.
These are heavy allegations that you are making, and which one will imagine?
One
will imagine someone of your status in the society. Yeah. Why are you just saying this? Why are you saying this? Does it amount to a political gimmick, or no? What exactly are you up to with this?
Shehu, I've been saying it. I said it in your own program. I mentioned the link about North Africa. In your own program, go back and check. Play the archives and see. Wherever I spoke, I linked electoral fraud with insecurity.
Videos kake gani bacin rai kala-kala. Malamai sai magana sai ba aji. Bari ga muku gaskiya. Ni I believe ko yan siyasa ko the best way is speak to them in a language they understand. Baba mutanen nan ko da barbarun da suke mana na raina hankali suna raina mana wayo mu raina musu wayo back. Ni ina ganin is high time we taking action. Malamai sun yi magana obviously ba aji su ba mun muna ta yi ba aji mu ba kuma ana gani fa. So ni ina gani ko duk protest din da kuke akan titi me abin da zai affect rayuwarsu, affect activities din su ne yau da gobe. Alhaji mu tattara mutanen da muke protest mu hada da tsofaffi da mabaratan mu da gajiyayyu da muke da su na cikin gari. Mu je mu kulle airports din da ke arewacin Najeriya dukanta. Daga Adamawa, Abuja, Kano, Sokoto da train station da ake bi Kaduna zuwa Abuja. Shine abin da mutanen nan ke bi. In kana tunanin kana zuwa wani kasuwanci Abuja Kaduna ka hakura duk mu haɗu mu haɗin kai neman zaman lafiyan arewa ake. Da Buhari da uban kowa duk wanda zai bar Abuja ya je garin su ya bi hanyar Kaduna zuwa Abuja ta zama ita ce hanya. Shine ko hanyar da muke da shi mafita. Shugaban ƙasar ya daina yawo mu kulle airport din Abuja ya daina mu ga ta hanyar da zai bi. Kar mu je mu tashi hankali ba tashi hankali zamu ba. Ba inda ba za mu saba matasa bane mu dauko tsofaffi gajiyayyu da 'yan jaridun da ke cikin mu su taimaka mana su sa hannu a ciki a tashi duka hannun a zama tsintsiya guda ɗaya. Mu zo mu kulla airport ɗin nan 'yan jaridun mu sun san international collections su da ke CNN, Al Jazeera and all su zama at alert. Duk wani abu in ya faru ya zama da kamera a hannunku, abinda masu 'yan sa suka kenan suka ci riba. But we are not like them, ba mu san irin ajandan su ba, amma da suka kulla Lekki toll gate an zo an yi threatening rayuwarsu, an yi mai, an kawo police, an kawo 'yan sanda, an kawo DSS sun yi motsa, amma mu tsoro bala'i mu ake kashewa. Ka duba rainin wayo al'umma, ai sace mutane, kidnapping, kwanan da mutu kona mutane a Sokoto, aka yi na hanyar Abuja, aka yi na hanyar Zaria, jiya yanzu an ƙara sace mutane a Zaria. Kuma ni na magaji da labaran. Al'umma mu ɗau action shine kawai abin da na fito in gaya muku yau. Duk wannan da kuke zuwa bakin gidan gwamnati mu daga wani paper da waye wallahi ba zai taimake mu ba. Mutanen ko a jikin su zai zo ya wuce ku da bakan mota ya muku dariya gwamnan ku shi. Mi abin da zai affectin shugaban kasan ya daina yawo, mun san sati biyu dai kace mutum ne ya daina yawo zai ji a jikin shi. In ya so ya fito na kan mai Allah wadai, ba dai Allah wadai bane, in za a yi wata ɗaya a haka ayi ya fito ya Allah wadai. Ba kwanan nan za su je na dan shi ba, ana ce ma dan shi Malam Yusuf da dan shi a daura ku, duk kuma wani mara kunya zai so ya je dauran. In Katsina ku kulle airport ɗin ku, kan wanda ya sauka a Katsina ya ce zai ji daura wani naɗin sarauta ko wani abu, ku kulle tsofaffi za ku sa su zauna a kan titi da cameras ɗin ku. Ai siyasa ake ku ba ku siyasa mana. Mutanen sun daɗe suna wasa da ƙwaƙwalwar mu, abin da muke faɗa baya kaiwa cikin nasu ƙwaƙwalwar yanzu. Mi amfani mu ma da namu ƙwaƙwalwar. Kuma tsofaffi ku sani, in wani ya zo ya agansin wannan abun, ko wani sarkin gargajiya ko wani northern ls kaza wallahi sana ci. Ni mu ba mu ce gwamnati ta san abin da take ko ba mu ce gwamnati ta gaza ba. Tabbas mun san akwai halin ko in kula a harkar tsaron Najeriya, mu ce gwamnati na da hannu ba, amma dai akwai halin ko in kula. Mu yanzu mun ji an gaza, mu dawo duk mun gaza. Yan bindiga daɗin su zama su ne shugabannin mu da ku duk mu za mu dinga bin hanya ɗaya. Duk wanda zai je da ranar Yusuf Buhari ya bi hanya Abuja Kaduna, ya je Zaria ya ɗauki hanya ya tafi Katsina. A dinga dawowa, kowa ya dinga tafiya. Wallahi in dai kuna son zaman lafiya, this is the only way forward. This is the only way forward. Ni na san in aka ce yau ba airport din Abuja ba mai fita, duk wani minista in zai bi sai dai ya bi kasa, duk wani governor in zai je ganin shugaban kasa sai dai ya bi kasa. Na rantsi da Allah za a rage. Shugaban kasan in zai fita ya daina fita, duk wani bature da zai zo Najeriya bai fita airport mun kulle. Za ku ga inda international bodies za su ci, kuma za ku ga inda za a dauki action. Mu dinga amfani da tunaninmu, amma kullum sai ka fito kana complain security kuka, labari an yi rafin maman wani, an kashe su wani a masallaci, an yanka mata kaza, an dafa jariri an ba mutane sun ci, din muna sare muna daula. Sai abin ya zo kai yana da kanka, we are not safe. Tsoron nan ba inda zai kai mu. Al'umma mu fito mai abin da ya dace. Ba mu ce mu zo mai protest samari mu zo muna rusa kayan gwamnati ko muna a'a, tsofaffi za mu sa su zauna da kamerori, mu ba su abinci, mu tattara duk abin da muke da shi. Wallahi shine zaman lafiyar mu. Kuma ku inform ɗan daban da ke various garuruwan ku kafin, domin yanzu abin da gwamnati take shine in kuka fara irin abin nan ba za a kawo ma'aikata ba, sai a kawo ƴan daba su tarwatsa ku. Ƴan daban da mun fi gwamnati ba kusa da ƴan daban nan fa, su ake kawowa su tarwatsa ku. Ƴan daban gari, mu muke cikin gari, mun fi gwamnati sanin su. Ku nemi ƴan daban da ke garin ku gaya mana, tare ba muke cikin abin nan, kan wani ya zo ya amfani da ku. Kada a ba wai bibi ya zo da wata tsohuwa. In ma ya zama su za su zama muku gat, su zama muku gat. Abin da ya fi mana kenan. In ba haka ba rainin wayan yayi yawa. Kowa ya daina yawo a jirgin sama a Najeriya. Mu tare ƴan Kaduna, airport ɗinku bata cika aiki ba, a je a zauna a Rigasa train station a kulle shi. A kulle. Ai bandit sun sha saboda dai su lalata hanya a kulle ko. So ma train ɗin kwanan suka tafi strike ko. Yanzu mu ma mu je mu kulle, ba wanda zai hau jirgin ƙasa. Duk wanda zai bi hanya ya bi hanya. Ba wanda zai hau jirgin sama. In ka kana da wata sana'a ne ko kana da wani aiki kai ka sani, aiki dai ba wani aikin gwamnati da zaka yi ka ce upon retirement zaka tara naira miliyan 100. Yanzu bandit naira miliyan 100 suke tambaya.
Hi, welcome back my people. I know many of you could almost have watched all the thing that have been said by many people here. Though it's not today we started to hear all this kind of thing. And this insecurity of the thing, although even as Obidati they talk say okay now 2015 now him all this thing come. You get some people will be say okay then no one still believe him. Make I tell you something. If a northerner now, if a northern person now can come out or could come out to see this kind of thing that Dati has said, make you know see Nigeria now no be nation wey im be, because him na northern person wey im be, and he publicly and he openly come out to say that okay, this is what happened, this is how bandit and terrorists came into Nigeria. That is to tell you, see, this country will still have a big battle to fight, Also be say okay we been ordinary citizen, you have big battle to fight. Now they see people will be say okay we dey call them our favorite politician and our favorite this and that. Now then the people will be say okay that they bring all this thing. If carefully understand how 2015 government go, abi how they play that game, then you go know say na that time where they wan comot go luck ebele Jonathan na all these things start, but sha na God go help everybody. And you will see the help hear us now. If you get anything wey you say you want to talk on this matter, make you drop your own thought under the comment section. And also if today's your first time, make sure you can like, share, subscribe. Thank you.